Aha, so you want to make baklava? You've come to the right place, my friend. This is homemade baklava, a delicious dessert, hands down one of my favorite sweet treats, common throughout Middle East, Turkey, the Balkans, and various different pockets of the world. This dessert means a lot to me. It's something my mother used to make me as a kid, and I never really liked it until I got older, and as the years went on, I just fell in love with it more and more. So let me show you how to make it. All right, lovely. The first step to this is using nuts. Baklava is made with either pistachio or walnuts, depending on what region it is, or a mixture of both, which I personally love. Now listen to me, if you're buying your nuts from Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda, or any of the big names, stop it. Go to Turkish, Middle Eastern international stores and get them. They're so much cheaper and you get more value for your money. All right, so in here, we've got some pistachio, and that goes walnuts. Now we're just gonna blitz that until it's nice and fine. Just like that. Then, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of spice in the form of cinnamon, about 1 teaspoon. And then, last but not least, a little pinch of salt. A little bit more for good measure. Nice. All right, that's that. Then we're gonna give this another little blitz. Cool. Once that's done, just leave that there. Get rid of this. You can hoover up the leftover nuts. All right, and then put all of this in a big bowl. Easy. There we go. This is lovely. This smells nice in itself. This is essentially the heart and soul of baklava. If you want to make any other desserts, cakes, whatever it is, this is your baklava ticket to greatness. Now for the next phase, once you've got your nuts all crushed up, we're going with our phyllo pastry. This is how it comes in the pack, yeah? See? Look at that. Usually there's a nice section which is already pre-folded so you can find the halfway point. Lovely, look at that, perfect. Now, get your baking tray, whatever thing you're gonna be using, can be a rectangular, square, whatever it is, and roughly figure out the dimensions of your baking tray. So once you've got that, I'm just gonna cut and gently score this so I know exactly where it is. Score that a little bit there. Perfect, cool. I'm just gonna cut this through like this. Being very careful not to scratch the surface, otherwise that won't be good. So what I've done is I've actually cut another section of the phyllo pastry. So I've got double the amount of sheets. Better to work with more, right? So leave that on the side here. I'll give you a little tip. A slight damp towel, yeah? Just like this. Just get it a little bit wet because this phyllo pastry dries out quick. So you want to be smooth when working with it, and this will just make sure that it's covered and it still stays hydrated. All right, so I've just melted some butter here. Nothing revolutionary, you don't know how to do that. Let's give this a nice brush first. Yeah, all over, all around the sides. You don't want that baklava sticking. Right, perfect. Then we're going in with approximately 10 layers for the base. We want the base to be slightly thicker. And in between each layer of phyllo, just give it a light brush of butter. I'm picking up like 2 of these at a time. Look, can you see how like thin and flimsy this is? Yeah? Delicate to work with. And it doesn't matter if some of them are overlapping each other or if one's a little bit pushed forward, one backward. Doesn't matter at all. Because once this is cooked and baked and we pour over that delicious syrup, it's all going to be glorious. Yeah, why not? All right. So if you're copying me exactly, that brings the total to about 12 sheets for the base. So now we've got a baklava mix, yeah? Pistachios, walnuts, cinnamon, bit of salt. Now, evenly spread it along. And be quite generous. You see these little chunks? That's just gonna give us a nice bit of bite and texture throughout. Now we're gonna go with about 6 layers on top of this. And that goes. Making food like this, that's just like simple. It's a few easy steps, but it's quite repetitive. Like you got to do them over and over again. It's nice, I like it. Your mind kind of just drifts off. Definitely a form of like meditation for me, man. Cool. We've got about 10 to 12 layers of phyllo pastry, nice thick base. Then we've got a layer of nuts. Then about 6 to 8 layers of phyllo pastry. Another layer of nuts. I've got a few more nuts, so we're going to keep going. And get this all over. And this is going to be our last layer of nuts. Yeah, bro, the combo of pistachio and walnuts here with the cinnamon, different. We're going to cut this into pieces before it bakes. That's crucial. That is crucial. You can easily miss this step out and bake it as it is and then think, oh, do you know what, I'm going to cut it into slices later. But nah, my friend, it doesn't work like that. I want to make sure that this is nice and tucked in to all these little crevices. Look at that, tuck it in, put it to sleep. I'm just going to go for a little nap in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. Let me get a nice small knife. So I'm going to divide this into 3, just like that. And delicately start cutting into this. Now get your hands in there and make sure you cut all the way down. To be fair, you could do whatever shape you want when it comes to this. You could do little squares, big pieces, whatever your heart desires really. Now when you're cutting into it, because the phyllo is all sticky and buttery, you want to be delicate with your fingers. Use it to hold everything down, but you see how it starts to come up like this? So don't be afraid to just push it down with your finger a little bit and then rearrange it after. Last one. Which actually, because I didn't do my maths right, we're going to have one little end bit. That's a bit uneven, but that's fine.
Yeah, your bits on the end, yeah?
Nah, bro, they're your bits. That's what you're taking home. I'm joking, I'll nice you. You'll get a nice portion for you and the babes. Lovely. All right, so we've got that. What I'm also going to do now is just a bit more butter. Just any sheets that have come up whilst I've had my fingers on them. We're just going to press them down, make sure that they stay. There we go. Baklava pieces, cut. We're not going to finish anything on them just yet. We've got one little tiny bit here which is uneven. That's nice because we can taste test when it comes first. Now what you're going to do, in the oven that goes for about 35 to 40 minutes or once until it's nice and golden, crispy on top. See you later. Boom. All right, nice. So baklava's in the oven. It's got another 15 minutes left. Kitchen is smelling lovely. Beautiful notes of nuttiness, sweetness. It's going to be good. What we're going to do now is make the syrup that we're then going to pour over the baklava once it's nice and hot, and you're going to get that crispy sizzle action going on. Simple syrup, yeah? We're going in with about 3/4 cup of sugar in there, 3/4 cup of water. Hey! This is going to be annoying.
He's alright.
He's alright. You've been fed. We've got a little bit of agave syrup. In that goes. And now, one of the key ingredients. Usually, you can elevate your baklava by using something like orange blossom water or rose water for that extra depth of flavor. Here we've got orange blossom. This stuff is potent, man. Well, I'm gonna go in with about 4 teaspoons of this. And this is gonna give it, do you know what? That was actually 5. About 5 teaspoons of that. That's gonna give it a lovely extra dimension of flavor. And then, simple as putting this on the hob, heat it through. Once it becomes nice and dissolved, baklava's ready, pour it over, done. Oh my gosh, I could drink that stuff. Hey, look at that. Come on, come on. Look at that. That's what we're talking about. Sorry to tease you, brother. It's just gonna go in another 5 minutes. Just because I want it to just brown a little bit more. Oh yeah, that smells so good. Here we go, look at that. That's something else. Oh my gosh, picture this. You're at my kitchen table. It's just come out the oven. You can smell sweetness, nuttiness, butteriness through the air. And I'm just about to serve you up a lovely portion of baklava. Tell a lie, that's a big lie actually, because usually when you make baklava, you pour it with the syrup and you let that sit for at least 6 hours, but overnight is the best. So, here we have our syrup. Pop that there. And now, whilst this is hot and this is hot, we're gonna pour it all over, yeah? Make sure each piece is coated. We've let this rest for about 30 minutes and we've got a lot of the syrup that's soaked through. It's nice. It's gonna be bloody delicious. So now what I'm gonna do, with just a butter knife, I'm just gonna go in through these crevices once more, just so I can make sure that each piece has its own identity. This is why I keep like my pretty plates that I don't eat with every day. Just like the nice fancy stuff for videos and for you lot, you know? Don't say I don't treat you nicely. I'm now gonna try and carefully take out 2 of the prettiest pieces. Yeah? They say looks don't matter, but for what we're doing here, it does. I like the look of this one. So let's just go delicately. Oh, that's lovely. Oh my gosh, look at that. Perfect. Going in one piece right there. Look at that, beautiful. And then let's go in with this piece. Make sure it's nice like that. Look at that, that's a chunky one. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Here I've got some ground pistachio. Now what I recommend, instead of buying whole pistachios and then crushing them and grinding them, just get ground pistachio because you're not going to get this vibrant green color otherwise. Yeah? So just invest in a little bit. It is an expensive ingredient, but it's so worth it. So we're just going to sprinkle a little bit of this on top of each one. And there you have it. Delicious homemade baklava finito. I've shown you how to make the whole thing from scratch. I've shown you the entire process. And now you can spread your love to the world in the form of this delicious dessert. Only thing that's left to do is try it. These pieces are quite big. I feel like there's no other way to do this other than just going with your hand. So let's do it. Hold on, look at that. Yeah, there you go. Those layers. And we've got a nice base layer to hold it all together. Let's go. Mmm. Bruv, that's banging. That is so good. The syrup is amazing. I highly recommend orange blossom or rose water. It just elevates the flavors just that little bit more. This is absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Cut.
Actually, wait, keep it rolling. Have you cut yet?
No.
You want a slice? You're hungry now, innit? Alright, and that's it. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned something new. More importantly, I hope you go make this. Tag me when you do make it. I'd love to see your recreations. Enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Big love.
Nice one. Thanks, Phil.
See you later. There you go, Bill. Go fucking tuck into that.
Yeah, go on.